Hello and welcome to the Lee Schools TV podcast for December. I'm Rob Spicker, Director of Communications, and your host for our conversation today. We're going to talk about the arts, as the school district of Lee County provides a very robust arts program. All types of opportunities to sing and dance, play or perform, or create works of art with canvas, clay, whatever it may be, even digitally throughout all of our high schools. Dr. Jason Thomashefsky, he's our Assistant Director in charge of our arts program, and joining us today to talk about this. I'm glad you're here, because this is such an important part of what we offer in the school district. And let's talk about first, why is it so important? What are the so many different ways that we can allow students to express themselves through art at school?
We talk about it in the arts world all the time. It's the development of the whole child. Arts hits so many different facets of education, but the most important thing is that creative potential, right? It teaches us how to see things differently, how to approach problems that we see in our everyday life with a more creative solution, creative problem. You don't get that in those other subject areas, and, we can list about mathematics and increasing test scores and all that stuff, but like arts is what keeps kids in school. Two, it helps them to build relationships with their friends and their colleagues, but most importantly, it's that creative potential helps them see that they carry on to the future.
It's a real problem-solving skill.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that higher level thinking, that cognitive functioning that we like to strive for.
Now, we've talked about the arts before, but I just want to go through some of the things that we offer, and they're different at every level. So if we start at elementary school, what is an arts program like in an elementary school? We
are lucky that in our county that we have a full-time music and art teacher at every elementary school. It's so that every school has the potential to start with the basics of art and music. Every school does. They do performances, they experience gallery openings, they do various events throughout the year. Some are even lucky to have theater programs and dance programs too, to start those subjects a little bit early.
Now, when you get to middle school, it gets a little more involved.
Yes,
so what happens at the middle school?
We start to be a little more specialized in the programs that we offer. That's the first time for most schools that you get to start band, choir, orchestra, or specific acting classes or specific dance classes, as well as focusing in art on a specific medium, whether it be ceramics or photography or digital design.
And then you got high school. And it's a whole different level when you get to high school.
High school is where it really starts to get intense and involved, where kids can start developing into these groups, and so they can call themselves band kids or theater kids or art kids, where they for 4 years study a specific discipline or multiple disciplines and, get to grow themselves as artists.
So for our 8th graders that are about to go into open enrollment and they're looking at our art schools, we have those 3 art high schools, Cypress Lake, Lehigh, North Fort Myers. What sets those programs apart from the others? Because every school has something, but when you talk about those 3 in particular, what makes them different?
It's a specific magnet process for them that they're going to be. We know if you go to one of those 3 schools, you are going to get a robust arts education through the years, following a specific curriculum, and they're going to follow a path that's going to set them apart from the other schools.
So for those programs, you apply and you audition. Talk me through that process. Talk to 8th graders that are on their way thinking about it, or even 6th, 7th graders as they're thinking about high school. What is that process like?
It's very similar to the school choice applications that they have to do in January. It opens up. There'll be an option for them to click on arts magnet schools, but then they have to prep for the audition, which is different from the other things. On every school website, whether it be North, Lehigh, or Cypress, they have what the audition requirements are. And I would highly recommend looking at that now, because the auditions are in early February, so they're around the corner. Kids will prep their auditions. They'll be assigned a time. The school will do all the contacting with them. And they go and sit in front of the teacher or a group of teachers that are at that school, and they'll perform, and the teachers will give them some feedback. And that's based on a rubric and levels of performance. They will be accepted or denied into the program.
So you already mentioned know what's expected of you.
Yes.
Any other, advice or suggestions to help students get prepared for those auditions? Because that for some, I guess it could be their first.
It could be.
So it could be very scary.
I would prepare for the feedback part of it. They're not giving you feedback because they don't think that you're a strong artist. They're giving you feedback because they want to help you become a stronger artist. And that's something I think a lot of people, when they go into these auditions, the nerves come in and they start to think like, okay, if I'm not perfect now, I can't get in. And they're not looking for the perfect student. They're looking at a student that's willing to grow and accept the feedback, so that by the time they get to be seniors, that they're they've blossomed into these truly strong artists.
They want to see potential.
Absolutely. That's the biggest thing, is they potential, and are you be willing to be molded and worked with?
Mm-hmm. All right. What's going to happen once a student is accepted? Say they get that letter. What do they do next?
The schools will be in contact about placements into specific ensembles or classes and that sort of thing. I know the band will be contacted earlier because they have to do the band camp in the fall. I know some of our schools do like summer dance intensives. So different things like that. The schools and the schools teachers will start to be involved with making sure that they have everything they need for the fall.
So you accept that placement in that program, and it's off and running.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're almost in high school at that
Pretty
point
much.
in time. And I should say, if you don't choose one of those 3 specific schools, the other 12 high schools are offering a variety of programs, right?
And that's where I want to make sure that is known too, that all 15 of our high schools have 4 arts teachers or more. Like every single one has strong visual art programs. They have band programs. They have choir and dance and theater. Most of our schools have these growing programs. And, even if you don't go to North Lehigh or North Lehigh or Cypress, there's great programs at all schools.
Yeah. So take advantage of it wherever
Yes,
you may
please
fit.
do. And that's like my big push is we talk about going when the band directors go out and do the middle school nights at their football games. It's cool. If you want to go to Lehigh, it's great. If you want to go to Gateway, that's great. Just make sure you continue doing arts. That's the biggest push, no matter what school you go to. If you go to Fort Myers for the IB program, still take an art class, still do band, still do theater.
Yeah, don't let it go to the wayside.
Yes.
December. We were talking about this before we got started. It's a great month for our performance and for people to go see our students perform. Like the North Fort Myers Academy of the Arts has the Nutcracker and Barbara B. Mann. Students are out at various different places. Can you kind of, off the top of your head, give us an idea of where, if anybody's interested, where do you catch our students this month?
The first big one is we have a show this Friday at Sidney Byrne Davis Art Center. If you've seen on our Facebook, we had our holiday greeting card winners. Our winners and our runner-ups will be featured in the Capitol Gallery at the Sidney Byrne Davis Art Center this Friday, and they'll be up for the entire month. We take it down December 29th. So you'll be able to see some good artwork there. We're at most of the tree lightings. So I know the Coconut Point, we have some bands going to do the Coconut Point Parade. I know we have some groups performing at the Cape Coral Chamber of Commerce tree lighting this Saturday. We have some groups doing Santa Block Party this Saturday downtown, Fort Myers. So we're pretty much everywhere. But the big one I want to push is our All-Star Marching Band, which is this upcoming Monday at Fort Myers High School. It's part of the All-Star football game with the cheerleaders as well. But it's the second year that we're doing a All-Star Marching Band featuring kids of every high school.
And you said this was a student-driven idea.
Yes, yeah. We had a student from Fort Myers High School last year proposed it to myself and the band director, and we loved the idea, and we wanted to help him make it a reality. So we approached the Rotary Club who sponsored this event, and they could not be more supportive of this one. So it's pretty cool, and we hope that it becomes a yearly tradition.
Look for those opportunities to see our kids out and perform anywhere that they can. There's another tradition that's happening. It's Sounds of the Season. We've got kids coming in all week to perform for that. Tell us about that.
So
that
Sounds of the Season's been going on, and I wish I knew the start date of it, but it's been happening since I've been in the district, because I remember when I was a elementary music teacher in the county, bringing my kids down here to sing here. So it was we bring in middle, elementary, and high school groups, performing groups of all types. We have choirs, jazz bands, violin programs, you name it. We bring them down here, we record them in the board office, and the Lee TV crew helps us create it into an amazing movie that'll be presented at the end of the month.
Yeah, so it's going to be the background to your holiday. Because it's all
Absolutely.
holiday-themed music, so all by the kids. Just turn it on and let it go.
We just had South High School's band perform My Favorite Things. It was amazing.
Yeah, cool. What should we look for in the spring semester? It doesn't just end because of all the holiday performances. There's a lot.
Somehow it gets even more busy. So we have, we're a part of the Edison Festival of Lights. We have Art Fest Fort Myers. We partner with them. We have Art Under 20 and Chalk Block. We have all county events. We have the biggest event of the year for the district is our Lee County Arts Walk. It's a partnership with the River District Alliance. It's on April 17th. It features all of our schools and all of our arts programs downtown. We take over about 7 city blocks, and it is one of the coolest arts experiences you'll ever see.
So no matter what, some way,
yeah.
somehow,
Yeah.
we can get the kids and the community involved in our arts program.
Amazing. I would say from late January to the end of April, we are out in the community at least once a week.
Well, great. Jason, I appreciate you coming by, kind of telling us about the program and that audition process. I know that's coming up for some students, so hopefully that helps them get prepared, and we appreciate all you're doing to give our kids an arts education.
I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for coming in, and enjoy the holidays. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We're back next year with another edition of Elite Schools TV Podcast.